Hello. Oh gosh, good morning. It's my morning time. Whenever you're watching this, I hope you're well. I I just had an experience that I had to share. It was very much in my heart. It actually was like right there. Um, the first time, this today right here is the first time I've ever felt an emotional wound in my body. Like I've processed through a lot of emotional wounds. I'm a very sensitive person. Um, I'm realizing like more and more and more all the time. And so I have a lot of wounds in my backlog to get through. And today I don't go looking for these, right? That's my number one rule of shadow work is that you don't go looking for it because it'll find you. And when you let it finds you like in the most supportive way possible for what it is to do shadow work, which is to feel the pain that you hit snooze on back in the day. Like what ends up in our shadow is a matter of the pain that we felt that we were not yet resourced enough to be able to face it, to be able to feel it and handle it and process it and allow it to be. We we weren't capable, and so the pain came, and we said, "Not today, not today." I don't know when. I don't know. I know this is mine, right? Like we were hurt, and now this wound belongs to us, but in that moment of we don't yet have the resources, we say, not today, and it goes in our shadow. And those wounds will come back when it's time. And the time is when you have the resources to feel it, to process it, to hold yourself in that pain, to love yourself even though you feel so bad, to to give yourself that unconditional love that says even when you're in pain, you're still worthy of love. You're still good even when you feel bad. And that was one of the pieces that opened me up this morning. And so I really want to take just a little bit of time here to kind of set the stage of what I had cooking in my journal this morning, and then my intuition led me to watch this video by Martha Beck. I've linked it in the description. And in that video, she said something. These gathering room videos that she does are like right at 30 minutes, and it was so weird because at like 29 minutes she was almost done, and I checked it and I was like, oh yeah, she's almost done, there's only 2 minutes left, and I go to like click out of it, like there's nothing left in here for me, and my intuition was like, don't. Okay. And so I'm like, okay, what else do you got? And she told this teeny little story in the last 2 minutes that when she said this like one sentence of like, what she said was, and we're gonna still love you. When she said that, like you're the very simple end of the story was you're gonna mess it up, we're gonna judge you, nothing's gonna happen, we're still gonna love you. That was like the little story that she told and about her karate experience. And when she said, you're going to mess it up, we're going to judge you, nothing's going to happen, we're still going to love you, that still going to love you part, it hit me right here like oh God, it felt like a shard, like a piece of broken glass jabbed into my heart, not by her, but in her saying, we're still going to love you, I erupted in crying. And this like shard was immediately like so freaking obvious that like all the times when no, they didn't, like, and Like there's two very clear experiences with like two different people in my mind where instantly they like those wounds were there and they both were the same and they both were this shard of glass sticking in my heart. And feeling that pain, it like took my breath away. And I just like sat here for like 5 minutes and just cried and just held this spot on my heart where the shard is and just like, oh my God, and just felt how bad it hurts to be judged and then have the love taken away by people who are supposed to love you unconditionally or who you thought loved you. Like loved you as a person, not as a grade on a report card, not as a who you choose to be in relationship with. Like these are just choices. These are just details, sprinkled in your life. And to lose somebody's love over one of those sprinkles is the wound of conditional love. The wound of conditional love. And you can see like, this is why my mission is what it is on this planet. The wound of conditional love. I am here to be an embodiment of unconditional love because I carry the wound of conditional love and it hurts. It hurts to have to be a certain way to be lovable. It's such a misunderstanding of how anything works. I was going to say how love works, but anything at all. Conditional love isn't love. It's just not. It's manipulation. That's all it is. Like, it's not love. Love is unconditional. Unconditional love isn't a special kind of love. It is love. Love doesn't discriminate. Love doesn't give a fuck what score you got on your report card. Does not care. You're so good. You're so good because you exist. You exist and you are, and the light is inside of you because you're alive. Your heart, it beats. It's a miracle. I don't give a fuck what your grade on your report card is. That one went to 10-year-old me. Thank you. And love also doesn't care who you love. We don't choose who we fall in love with. We do not decide what sparks genuine love within us. That is not a decision. That is part of our primal functioning. It's part of our primal mechanics, circuitry. Like, it's outside of consciousness. Like, we don't choose who we love. And so when you love someone, it means letting go of the sprinkles of details, and putting those in their place where they're just details. They're just a different expression of the universe itself. Like this wound of conditional love that we have this misunderstanding of how we relate with each other on this planet. Like there's so many rules. There's so many promises that we have to keep to each other in order to qualify for our goodness and our love. And it is just such bullshit. It makes me mad. Divine disgust right here, right now, baby. And what is it pointing at? Conditional love. And so it begs the question inside of me. And, I don't know if you're watching this, I would obviously love to hear what it wiggles inside of you. But it begs the question, like, where does this want to be applied in my life right now? Like I carry these wounds, although I will say, like, expressing this and kind of having this clarity around like, you know, my grade on the report card didn't make me bad. And who I choose to be in relationship with doesn't make me bad. Like knowing those things and like holding myself in that place where other people thought so back in the day, you know, like that's where those wounds come from, are other people getting their judgments across and we believed it. Precious us believed it, thought it was true, was convinced that, God damn, I didn't mean to be bad. I didn't I didn't mean to do it wrong, but I guess I did. And then you spend your life trying to figure out how to not do it wrong next time. And it's like that's where perfectionism comes from. That's where fear of criticism comes from, fear of conflict, fear of judgment. God, I feel like my head's gonna explode. Oh, those wounds, that shard of glass of losing love because of my grade in a classroom in one segment of my existence cost me big time. And because of that, I've been trying to figure out how to jump through all the hoops, how to qualify, how to meet all of the what are they? What are the thresholds? And I'll get there. I'm stubborn and I'm determined and I'm good at meeting goals and I've accomplished a lot in my lifetime. And these wounds have been at the heart of my overachiever-ness. It's like I thought these were how you qualify. This is how you keep your love. This is how you stay good, you know? And in this moment right here, right now, I'm getting to see through that illusion and realizing that like, no. Like, it's not that you are loved, it's that you are love. Like, no one else gives it to us. We are it. Always. Always, no matter what. No matter what we know about ourselves to be true in any moment, no matter what anybody else is saying is true about us in any moment, we are love. We are made of it. It's the fabric of who we are. And so then it's like when someone else is reflecting to you that you aren't lovable, that you've crossed some line and now you don't deserve love. At that point, it's not, it's really not that they are saying it's true. It's that we are believing that it's true. And this, I feel, is like stepping into where we are in our evolution, kind of like as a mass consciousness right now, where we are on the self-empowerment journey of the individual, where we are relocating all of our power back inside of ourselves. And that means to stop believing other people over yourself. And, you know, past me didn't know. Past me did the best she could. And bless her sweet heart. She is totally, she wasn't bad then. She's not bad now. Like, she's good. I'm good. And now I know that anything that, you know, turns me upside down and traumatizes me in my emotions, like, that's not real. That's a nightmare of the earth realm. And that's part of the contrast that we signed up for. You know, like I feel like I signed up for these wounds. You know, like I came with a wide open emotional system that just like it's like a crab with no shell. Like, you know, that soft tender bit is supposed to be covered up by like a really hard something that can protect it and it's not, it's just not. And I came like that on purpose because I wanted the wounds, because I wanted the path that the wounds would inspire, like I have everything I have in my life right now, including my spiritual journey, because of the wounds. I have every one of my friends right now in that spiritual path, like because of sharing my healing journey with the world. And so it's like, you don't have to be wounded, but if you are, you're still good, even when you feel bad, even when you feel broken, you're still made of love. The parts and pieces, like, I get that feeling of the brokenness, the woundedness, the not sure if you're good. Like I feel like I've wrestled with that demon for 35 years almost. It started almost as soon as I got here, feeling like I'm bad. I'm talking like 4 years old with my first experience of being told how wrong and how I had crossed this line. And like that was wrong and like just no, just do not do that. Like that is unacceptable. Like those kinds of things shape who we are. And unraveling those things shape who we can become, Like, I feel like every one of those wounds of being told by somebody else how wrong and unacceptable I was, every single one of those got me to this place where I know it for a fact for myself. I need not one other person to collaborate and cooperate with me to know that I am good and I am made of love. Like, those wounds gave me that. They let me find it for myself. And that's why I hold my troublemakers as my soulmates. I cherish them. These people who delivered these wounds to me. I hold them as sacred. I wish them no ill will. I send them nothing but appreciation for every ounce of the pain that they've caused me, because I am an alchemist and I will turn that pain into something that serves not only my highest good, but like every single one of us are here to exist, to cause ripple effects for the highest good of the all. Know your role. You're important. You're made of love and you are absolutely here for a reason. And it's time you know that. It's time we all know that.